we're recording.
All right. So we do not start with the rest of the group, or rather, either of the split up party. We start with a space station. Specifically, Space Station D, hovering around and keeping track of sun. I keep getting this messed up. Sunset on Sunrise Lane?
Reverse that.
Fuck. Every time.
Did your best.
I named it. It's the worst part. So we start with the space station keeping tabs on Sunset on Sunrise Lane, right? I got it wrong again.
Other way around.
Yeah. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do this several times.
Okay.
And Iris, you
Me.
have spent the past day and a half almost talking to Gina and to Ryunosuke, and for a second you swore you were talking late at night to someone else? And you recognize the voice, but you're not gonna call him out on it. He's very, very bad at pretending to be something he's not around his family.
Okay, Kazuma. I'm not allowed to call him out.
But yeah, you spend most of your time talking to two of them frequently and one of them infrequently and behind shadows in cloaks. But you had to, because they had been gone so long, that was the reason that tipped you off to maybe check up on them, to leave and to go check up on them. Granted, maybe it was some ulterior motive of I gotta get out of here and swear at the top of my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it was they haven't come back. Something must have happened. So
Right.
you send a signal to the space station that originally sent a message. It was originally a one-way transfer, and you realize that a bit too late. As
Whoa.
you get the startled response of, how did you do that from having no text service whatsoever?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a transfer up here?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And you're given the same signal that everyone else was of, it's one way, but they can easily transport you back down in the same location you left.
Right.
And they tell you that as you arrive, though from a distance, as the voice on the other end seems to be the one in control of the space station and is at an odd device in the middle of the space station. You appear there with a little bit of a disorienting kind of stumble,
Oh.
as you're not used to the sudden jarring sensation of a teleport spell rather than a teleport line.
Okay.
And this person stands up from what he was looking at, seemingly trying to fix or repair something on this device, and start to walk over to greet you.
Iris
You
follows and meets him in the middle.
Sorry about the delay. I have been working on the teleporter.
The teleporter? I mean, no, it's no trouble, but what happened?
The last ones, your friends who went through there, a couple of them showed pain. The way that it was built, it shouldn't have caused them any pain.
Oh. Do you want me to help take a look at it?
He looks you up and down, not in that sense of like scrutiny, but rather curiosity. You an artificer?
I am, yes. A bit out of practice from all that time on the ground, but...
try not to take anything from it. And he smiles a little awkwardly as if he's trying to crack a joke he thinks is not going to land.
Oh, heavens, no. But she's smiling.
And he steps aside to let you go away down the pathway.
Yay. She's going to take a look at the machine.
Roll Arcana.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's see. That is something I have a high score in. 15. Yeesh.
We all have our rolls. You look at this and you get at first you are still kind of used to your home world of a lady is prim and proper, even if you weren't much of a proper lady yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just like, I'm out of there. I can stop this. And you get down on one knee to look at it closely.
Yes.
And as you look over it, yeah, even with what little you know of teleporters or teleport lines or the spell itself, it shouldn't have caused pain, not unless they got stuck in something briefly or travel was hard to do, but this looks immaculate. Everything is up to standard, the best magic, the best mechanics. Hell, you even see a signature that says H on it.
What would that stand for?
Roll history.
I wouldn't know.
Mm-mm.
Alright. Oh my god!
That's fine. 19 is enough anyway, even with
Okay.
the high roll. Um, you know that H can stand for quite a few families.
Okay. Wait a
That's why
fucking
it
second. I
confused
know
you.
exactly what it stands for.
Yeah. This is why where the low roll comes into effect. You get the answer, but it takes you a moment.
Okay.
At first you go, Hidaka? No, they're adventurers. Why? And you kind of just tap your head with your palm for a second of think. Which one could it be? There's Hidaka, but it doesn't fit. There's another family you met, but they're not in high enough rank to get even close to the space stations around worlds. And then there's Highwind, and it
Oh,
clicks. Of
of
course.
course. So it doesn't. And so if it causes pain, and there's nothing in the actual blueprint of it that is supposed to, like, and there's no like inherent issues.
Hmm.
Um, do you think it could be a curse? That's probably a long shot, but nothing in the mechanics seem wrong.
That's what I was telling you. Yeah, they only seem to have pain once they actually got onto it and tried to use it.
I see.
But it
How
was
many of
otherwise
them?
the same. Uh, he thinks for a moment, as you do know it has been a couple of days. But since he's been working on it, the only reason he might have trouble remembering is if he's been up for 2 days.
Hmm.
And he shrugs and says, 3 out of the 6 of them?
Hmm. Oh, I don't think it's specifically wrong with the teleporter then. Um, Iris frowns. You see, sometimes things don't go quite the way you expect them to during transport.
Yes, but this is something, that was built specifically for this station. It's one of the first of its kind. I expected something to go wrong, but not like this.
Of course. No, what you're looking at is something almost certainly brought on by them. Not sure why, but it might be affecting them specifically and not the teleporter itself.
You check up on them for me. They're making me worried.
Aye, aye, Captain. She says with a sort of a slight smirk. Am I good to go?
Of course, you didn't put anything out of place, did you?
Not at all, not at all. And she stands up and gets on the teleporter.
What do you think of, Lex or the kingdom?
See, that's a good question. Because she knows here's the thing. The kingdom will put her somewhere she isn't certain of. But she knows that Lex is almost certainly going to be with the group. Except there is always the chance that she's not going to go where she thinks she is. And she has a really solid idea of what's going on. Despite it all. She thinks of Lex anyway.
So, as you think of Lex, something goes wrong.
As it does.
There's a shooting pain through your skull. Almost to compare it to anything, it's that white line through an anime frame of pain. The sharp, rigid pain that freezes every muscle in your body.
Iris's expression remains blank, but she is clearly not having a great time.
And as it's hard to adjust to the feeling of this type of teleportation, as it is not a teleport line or anything like that. It is just you were there, you aren't anymore. But for a second, you're nowhere. And your mind almost fritzes like a broken TV.
Oof.
As while the others got glimpses of unclear destinations of where the places of Lex was, where some of them got a blip on the radar of here, here, and here. You get flashes of images. Lex sitting in a bed with Tsubasa and Lance, both the latter two pouting over something while Lex is awkwardly smiling as if he's the cause of something. And then it flashes again. You see Lex again, but it's dark. And he's wearing an apron sort of similar to your artificer getup, but wrong, as if it was makeshift, wielding a hammer and tongs and standing in front of a forge, arms crossed. And he's just watching, waiting. And for a second it lingers, and you see his ears perk. And he goes to turn to face you, and it flashes. And you see a guard, a royal guard. No, a kingsglaive. You recognize this armor. And that person is talking. You can hear muffled voice that sounds familiar, but it's hard to make out.
Can I
And
roll
you
to see if I can reach it?
reach what?
Hear the voice properly?
Make a
If
perception check.
anything. Okay. Oh my god, I guess not. Wow! I'm quitting. I'm quitting roll 20. I'm using physical dice from now on. I'll be honest, I promise.
Alrighty, I trust you. But with an 11, we're using that last one for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're trying to focus in this flash of a moment on the voice. It's so familiar. You've heard it before countless times over the years. You think you're going crazy, but you swear it's Lex again. And then it flashes back, and you're standing outside of a door that's labeled infirmary. And there's a person right outside who looks fucking not terrified, but just completely startled. And you, in a manner of speaking, you recognize this figure, but you've never met him before.
Okay.
He just speaks up and goes, Uh, you're not supposed to be here.
Where can you change the map really quick?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'm not sure like the visual, so I can't exactly say how Iris would respond yet.
Yeah, I got you. Give me a second.
Okay. I love causing problems, by the way.
Hold on, my thing is messing up. Wah.
Ooh, that's
I got.
not
Yeah, that's not it.
anything.
Hold on. I gotta actually find the map first so I know where I'm going.
A much better roll already.
I see it.
Never mind.
Terribly loud.
Sorry. Do you need me to muffle it?
You can. If it affects the dice, don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So,
You're standing outside the door where Aster looks like he's leaving from.
okay. Find that. Yeah.
Which, fuck,
So,
I forgot to do the one thing I told Yuffie I would do.
oh no.
Hold on, I'll get it. But you
Okay.
see this man about 5'10", 5'11", dark skin, dark eyes, dark hair. Everything about him is dark except for his attitude that seems like his demeanor is dark. He seems basically tall, dark, and brooding.
Mm.
But you realize with even your passive insight, which I think is pretty high,
Passive insight or perception?
insight,
How do I check that?
it should be 10 plus your insight modifier.
Yeah, that's decently high. It'd be a 16.
Even with that, it's you understand pretty quickly that the tall, dark, and brooding is tall, dark, and concerned.
Gotcha. Um,
And
Iris
this
straightens
person
up.
is wearing, for context, this person is wearing royal guard attire.
Okay. Iris straightens up. Hello.
Yuffie, would
Hello
you like
there.
to voice Simon?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Go
Hi
ahead.
there. How you doing?
I'm alright. I was here to see a friend.
I would imagine Alexios. Yeah?
That's him, yes. She sort of gives a slight curtsy.
You
Disease
don't
of
need a bow.
Victorianism.
You don't need
What?
bow now.
Oh, okay. She straightens up. My name is Iris. Iris Holmes. And you?
Simon.
A pleasure to meet you, Simon. I suppose Simey wouldn't work. It's not a very good nickname. She started like tapping her her finger to her lips in thought.
Simon works. It's what my mother calls me.
Simon. Okay. Um, she sort of glances to the door. Am I allowed in?
I ain't gonna stop you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for introducing yourself. It's nice to meet you. And she sort of steps away. She wasn't intimidated the whole time. She seemed quite eager to interact because she's tired and likes and wants attention. So she was
Simon
very
will.
happy.
Simon's gonna open the door for her. Gotta be a gentleman. Mama didn't raise a fool. Also,
Oh, you're so
ran
sweet.
bonk.
Mhm.
Aster's notes.
Yeah, I deserve that.
I did that in seconds.
Shut
Yeah,
the fuck up.
Iris just goes, "Oh, you're so sweet. Your mother raised you quite well." And she steps inside.
I hope she did. My ass be blessed if she didn't.
And she's gone into the room.
You can place your token down at the door.
Oh, right, I can do that.
And you hear heavy boots with sabatons over them starting
Well, I'm
to
trying to-
walk away as the door closes and no sound gets through.
Where is... There it is. How do I drag the thing over?
You click on the name and drag it over.
The name. Got it. I'm in. So Iris sort of meanders through the doorways. Lexi! And she sort of rounds the corner. Lexi, are you alright?
And there's a, like, you know those ER curtains? Those hospital fucking curtains that make us everybody nervous?
Mm-hmm.
Those are currently draped in front of what you know is a bedchamber area for this room because you've been here often enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it worries you until you see the familiar silhouette that you've grown used to of Razz. And then you see past her, you see the shape of a sleeping Toro. And then Lance. And as you round the corner, you see Tsubasa. And you see very, behind Lance and next to Tsubasa, a pouting, almost awkwardly smiling Lex.
I just saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ren?
Yes.
Did I just get predictions of the future? Was I just profited?
No.
I think you just saw what was happening in the moment, honestly.
Okay. I would kill you.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Oh, no, wait, I understand now. Anyway.
And Lex visibly perks up. Oof.
Nia.
What?
We can hear it.
Sensitivity
voice-
again.
Am I echoing?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Damn it.
uncomfortably so.
But while Nia fixes that, Lex visibly perks up as Iris, you'd show your face behind the curtain.
Sort of peeks in.
Iris,
Hi, it's me. Sort of. Her voice pitches up way high, and so she steps inside.
Yeah, as Iris steps inside, you see Tsubasa also perk up, just like, oh!
I came to visit. Well, visit. I think I'm back here for good. Where have you all been?
Well...
I got
here?
into a fight.
Lex and Aster dueled, and they were stupid about it.
Why am I
Well,
not surprised?
the good thing is, because of that fight, I think I no longer have to go to Gaia.
Why were you going to Gaia again?
Mission statement.
Oh.
Yeah, but now you don't have to go.
Nope, I have a different mission statement.
Which is?
I don't know. I'm going to be getting it towards the end of the week. So
Oh, I thought you
boy.
wanted me to stay home and rest, you fool. She's giving a slight smile.
Well, considering the whole reason we were in here is because of the stupid fight.
Oh dear. She sort of gives a
sorry.
slight smile. She looks at Lex. Were you the one who started it?
No.
Aster did.
Well, then you don't need to apologize.
I tried to tell him no. I really did try to tell him no. Neither of them listened to me.
She turns to Razz really quick, who has been oddly quiet, and goes, "Well, hello, Razzie."
She did perk up with everybody. I just there was a lot going on, so I didn't want to add another voice into it. But
What does Razz say?
she says, "Welcome back."
It's me, yes. I'm glad to be back. And clearly I need some further updates because I feel like there's more that I've been missing. What's your next objective?
Well, at least half of us are going off-world.
Yes.
Where are the others?
Aster went to go talk to Helia, and Tsubasa points past the current. Arthur's just out there.
He also mentioned something about a gun. I don't know.
You guys are going to a place called. I don't think you guys need a gun.
I don't know.
Where are you guys going?
Dollhouse.
I think there's. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
From Alex.
Yeah. Oh.
I see. Dollhouse. Where have I heard that before? She starts, like, thinking. Never mind.
If you want to
Aster?
recall it, you can roll history.
Okay. I'll roll history, not with this. 18.
It's not the name Dollhouse that you remember. It's Dollhouse that trips your memory of when you were younger. It's kind of around the age that you became, like, you'll understand this. Iris's canon age.
Mm.
When you were younger and your father had become comfortable with the way the world system worked, finally. And Luca decided to take him at first to a proper safe haven and not just the ship that nobody wants to target ever in their lives. And you met a woman named Barbie and her best friend Ken.
Interesting. Well, if it's alright, may I come with you?
You have to ask Arthur and Aster too.
Oh, true, but I'd like to get Razz's approval as well.
Yeah. Of course. Looks over to Lance and looks back to Iris and just. Yeah.
Are you going to show her the murder footage or not?
Probably ought to.
Doesn't Arthur have it on his phone though?
Yeah. But yeah, Razz is just gonna like take Iris's shoulder, get real close, and be like, "But first, you might want to know a few things.
Okay.
We gotta catch Aster. It's Ooh, it's not just. We're not just going to go, you know. It's a little messier than that.
Oh, okay.
I'd say
Uh,
more urgent, but
yeah,
yeah.
more murdery.
What?
Stop calling it no.
You know what? Let's walk and talk.
Yeah.
As Iris sort of steps out. Before she does, she peeks her head back in. Lexi, get well soon. Love you.
He just looks at you with that expression of,
Arthur has the video. Okay. Never mind.
and looks to his side, like near behind Tsubasa, and just stares at a IV drip, and then
Get
back at
well
Iris.
soon. This is an order.
Iris, make a medicine check real quick.
Great. Okay.
Tsubasa just over here like he's already working on
Holy
getting better.
fucking shit. 22. Thank God.
Yes, Cherry?
It's not important.
No. No. What were you going to say?
Tsubasa literally just going, I think he's already working on that.
And she sort of gives him a sort of a teasing grin. I know. But I did roll a 22 on my medicine check.
As he looks over at the IV drip, you do as well, kind of instinctively following his gaze. And yeah, it is an IV drip. The problem is, you notice immediately that it's a saline IV drip.
Hmm.
That's for humans.
Where is the nearest doctor, actually?
On the other side of the room. You noticed them when you walked in.
Okay, Iris is going to be... I'll be right back. Is it alright if I tell them?
Sure.
Okay.
Just judge the situation.
Yeah, she skitters.
As you pass by the couches, you hear Arthur, talking in hushed whispers. But you also hear an as you think unfamiliar, your brain kind of makes you stop walking for half a second. As there's another flash of a memory of you, not you, someone else talking to this person in the same room at the same time with the same conversation.
Oh.
And you hear the name Cadence.
Iris waves briefly, clearly intending to come back, and walks over to the doctor.
They seem to be in hushed conversation themselves, and as you approach, they stop and look at you. Yes, says the one
Hi.
closest to you.
Hi. What are your names, really quickly?
Suzanne, just call me Dr. Susie.
Okay.
And the other one, who seems more stoic rather than confused, speaks up and goes, I'm the nurse. Just call me Joseph is fine, I guess. Whatever.
Okay, Joey. And then she looks at, Suzanne. Dr. Susie, he's on the wrong IV drip.
Why do you say that? But looks genuinely concerned now?
Well, saline is a good all-purpose, but not for him. He's the
Why
wrong
do you say?
species.
Well, we haven't been told otherwise. What do you think he is?
Iris lowers her voice. He's a nobody. Please be cautious.
And there's a pause as they look at each other. Kind of share a glance. And then turn back to you. If you want to, you can roll insight.
Okay. S- 19.
With a 19, you know the look they shared was not malicious or malign or anything.
Mm.
It was just the sort of look that people share no matter what profession when they hear something that couldn't be true. But they're listening regardless. And Dr. Susie speaks up and goes, I think you're talking about the wrong person. Nobody's can't feel emotion. He is very emotional.
Mm-hmm. Her face is dead blank. If it's alright, I do know a little bit about this sort of thing. If you're willing to at least try the nobody medicine, it might help him better.
They both watch you very closely, as if reading for any sign of joke or prank.
There is none. Where did my fucking dice go?
Dr. Susie eventually, after about 10 seconds of just reading you for any sign, any crack, any hesitation, and there's none. Okay, but if this backfires, I am going to be blaming you and your father.
My father has nothing to do with it.
He does
I
take
think-
responsibility for you, though.
That's too bad. I'm taking full responsibility for this one. If it hurts him, it hurts him. And I'm so sorry for that. And I will take the full blame.
All right. And she walks to leave, as apparently the stuff she needs is not in this room currently. But the nurse does stay there,
What is...
seemingly starting to take notes.
Iris sort of tenses up. Why don't you believe me?
He looks up from the tablet in his hands. Why would we?
Well, he certainly seemed to think so.
As far as I see it, there's no way he can be a nobody.
Why? Don't tell me about the emotions. Is there any other sign?
Nobodies don't have hearts, right?
Did they detect a heart?
A weak one when he was first attacked as a kid. But it was there, so it should have gotten stronger by now, and every time we've tested it, it has been there.
I see. She does look puzzled. Tell them to hold it off then. I will speak to him again. Lex, what the fuck is going on?
Hmm?
What?
What did I do?
So why is the IV drip not working?
Well, because it's for humans. I'm a nobody.
Right. And you have a heart, yes?
No.
No. Can you feel it?
Nope.
Can I roll insight?
Go ahead. That's good enough. He's telling you the truth.
Okay, I'm going to put a hand to his chest. Rolling medicine.
Good.
No.
He does look
that was an-
slightly puzzled and startled.
That was an 8.
Even with an 8, you feel no heartbeat.
She walks back. Like, immediately walks back out of the room. Don't hold it off. Just give it a try.
Tsubasa's just looking at Lex right now, just like, what the fuck was that?
Lex looks at you, Tsubasa, as she walks out and says that to the nurse, a far enough distance that you guys can't hear it. And he just shrugs. Maybe she's trying to get me some proper medication?
I guess.
And
Iris has a very serious look on her face.
yeah, Iris, you see puzzlement, then confusion, then reluctance flash across this person's face, or across Joseph's face. And just, alright, fine. She's getting it right now.
Excellent. And she looks very serious. And she says, be careful.
Alright. You're just as ominous as your father.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
And you suddenly remember that Luca has only ever recently visited the Royal Kingdom of Light because he broke in.
You know what? Never mind. I know which one you're talking about now. I just have two.
Okay. As you walk away.
Sits right down on the couch next to Cayde. What the fuck is up with them? Sort of mumbling to herself.
Just the moment of scooting away a little bit as Arthur is talking. Arthur, what are you saying to Cadence? Because I remember you had to ask him about something.
Did I have?
It was either you had to ask him about something or you had to get his opinion on
I don't remember.
it. Related to Dollhouse, I think.
Maybe.
Either of us remember?
Was it how he knew about it?
That might have been it. That sounds familiar. We can roll for something different if you have something different to ask.
No. We'll go with that, I guess.
So you have been going back and forth with him while everyone else has been talking basically behind your back, in a positive way, but nonetheless talking behind your back, and Aster you heard leave. And your brother, while Iris was still not there, said to you, I went there when I was still young. I'm still young, but, younger. I was trying to get away from Ma and Pa, but she just told me that if I was there to run away and hide, every day I would have to train with her. And holy fuck, she's hard to train with. Did you know she uses materia in everything she does?
No, I'm just learning about this place today.
Oh, well, yeah. The queen and ruler of that world uses materia in everything she does. She'd hate Keyblades with a passion. And that's the point where Iris would have approached after a good kind bit of conversation back and forth of why maybe she hates Keyblade. And you perk up when you hear, yeah, Barbie apparently had a run-in with some people who were trying to take over her world to gain access to her materia lab.
What?
Ah! What the fuck?
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Are there fucking two of you? Looks directly at Arthur. As reminder, Cadence is not a rogue.
Oh. Two of who?
Don't play coy with me.
I'm not. Never mind. My name is Iris. Nice to meet you.
Yeah? Nice to meet you too. I'm Cadence.
Hi. Well, what is up with them?
With who?
The doctors.
Nothing? Why?
Pause. Walks over to Arthur. What is up with them?
What do you mean specifically?
They think he's human.
Most people don't know that.
No, here's the thing. They said they've tested.
Well,
He's not going to get the right treatment if they don't know.
I might have an explanation for that, but it's not super airtight.
Okay.
There's a theory in heart study that if a nobody goes long enough without a heart, they can sort of pick up the emotions of everyone around them and kind of echo almost what they believe a heart sounds like. It's really new theory, but it's been tested, I guess, I hear.
And I hope they've replicated the studies, or they do. And Iris sort of shakes her head. Well, I'm sorry, they know now. Medical professionals need to know the truth of someone's physiology if they're going to be able to treat them properly. And
well,
I'm
yeah.
hypocritical, so they can't talk about it.
You're also a little bit. That might also be
What?
me.
What?
It might be me, but you're coming in robotic. A little bit.
Should I click
Not
that
on
first?
my end.
Okay.
Testing?
Am I good now? We good now?
Hold on. It might be my internet. Give me a second.
Oh God! Why? I'm going. All right, I'll pause the recording. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm unpausing the recording now.
Okay.
And they're under Hippocratic, so they shouldn't be able to say anything about it.
There's a shrug. He really doesn't know how to respond to it.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, I just got told that I've been gone for 10 years when I've only been gone for like half that, basically. So you got
What?
me.
Huh? Looking at Arthur. What?
Not really sure how. Don't know if it's a him thing or if it's a world thing. It could be anything.
Out of curiosity, can Tsubasa hear this conversation?
Iris is now speaking loud enough that he can probably hear her side.
Yeah, no, he'll just hear
All of you can.
he'll just hear from behind the curtain. From behind the curtain, just it's complicated.
Okay. Sort of grinning, sort of pained.
The kind of grin of this is happening.
Good. Zon, quick question, are you here?
And are you remembering to unmute?
They did BRB at some point. So. God damn it. Well, everyone can do something while I wait for Zon because I have a plan.
Look, I don't know what Tsubasa's going to do until he goes skittering off to the library and comes dragging back a whole bunch of books.
Well, he would explain if I can get him over to her.
Cadence.
That's specifically getting over to Helia, but that.
You should probably do that at some point soon, though.
Well, he's got another 5 days to do it in, so it's fine.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, Zon. Do you need to take a bit? Okay. Oh, okay.
So what do you guys do? Or I can switch over to Aster and Helia.
I would appreciate it if you did that. I am feeling the anxieties and I might need a pause on my side of things.
Alrighty. Let me move the map. Aster. And Helia, technically, because we're coming up on that scene. So, Aster, you approach the kind of old bedroom that Lex was staying in when he was first recovering. And you hear two voices. Both are familiar, but one is more familiar, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
But the one thing you do notice is that there's no guards.
So if you stay here, I'll be right back. And he's gonna just walk in. Hello?
Isn't that a window?
No, that's a door.
No, it's a window.
I thought this was the door.
We've been using the side
Technically-
entrance for the door.
Whatever. Potato,
It's
potato.
Aster. 1 second. It is Aster. Do you really think he'd be coming in through the door?
He's going to.
Sliding the window up. Hello?
Helia.
Yeah.
No, you're not climbing in through the window. That's what we're saying the door is right now.
Okay.
Helia, you've been talking to Grace and Highwind for a good few hours now. And he's been trying to comfort you in that way that you're not sure if he has multiple siblings or none at all. But you know he has, like, at least one because he keeps talking about his twin, but also he keeps talking about someone else that he used to not get along with. and then he talks about someone else, and you're just like, what's going on here? And you've been distracted from your anxieties because you're so fucking confused.
The man keeps saying things, and half of it makes sense.
So Gray.
Yeah. You see, you gotta handle these motherfuckers the way they normally are, or else old Vivi gonna get on your ass, and if she gets on your ass, she's gonna hit you with a wrench. The wrench is the size of your body. Keep this in mind. It's important for later. Your safety is important. The wrench size of your body is gonna hit you like the side of a semi truck.
Ugh. Unhinged.
That's
Helia
just
is
fun.
baffled.
That's just all great improv. I did something. Vivian hit me. I did something again. She hit me again.
Fact missed. Anyways.
Aster,
Helia-
you hear this conversation that seems really one-sided with occasional Helia noises of, I don't know.
It's gonna go in through the second set of doors. Marco?
Polo, you weirdo.
Well, I'm glad you said it, not the other person. That's still great. God damn it.
He's infectious.
It's just my normal accent. It's not infectious. It's me breaking the fake accent to fucking talk normal. Hold on. Pause.
Oh no. We fight trans technical issues.
Who knows
Hello,
those
it's
things?
me, and I love you. Nia, honey.
Okay. Is today just cursed or something?
Who, me?
No,
today.
no, today.
Sag.
Because we now have 2 people sick, 1 person skittered from anxiety, another person being the king of scuff again. I'm going to pause the recording while this is happening. Recording is now unpaused.
So, Aster, you hear the insane ramblings of a known High Wind, as this is one of the more public faces of the High Wind in recent years. And you kind of assume that because it's a masculine voice, it has to be, Gray, one of the ambassadors of the High Wind family. And that's pretty much all you know about that voice, aside from the fact that Lex seemed either to be afraid of him to the point of not knowing what to do when he was around, or he's known him long enough that the clinging came from a safe place.
There's one more thing that Aster does know about him. You forgot about. He knows that it was Gray's copy blade that he has right now. And he kind of comes in. Hey, did you make, what was it? Copy Keyblade model number 42069? And just stares at Gray.
Oh my god. I don't think I get a choice in this matter anymore.
No, you don't.
No, I mean, every time you talk to Gray, it becomes robotic.
Oh. Is he the issue?
Maybe it's because he's alive in this fucking timeline. Anyway.
Oh no. Fix
Him
it.
dying is a canon event, don't you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I legitimately can't hear anything you guys are saying.
One moment. And there we go.
Well,
Can you hear us? Question.
Mhm.
What's your is your okay. What
You have no ping.
huh?
No ping.
Ah. Then, Ash is gonna look at Gray for a minute, kind of pointingly, and then I'm not gonna be great for this scene for talking to myself. Immediately looks at Helia. Hey Helia, speak with you alone for a minute, please.
Why?
The man made a sex joke out of a keyblade, and I've met him. I think this is my first time. No, second time. I watched him get kicked out of a forge.
Okay.
And Ash just sort of gonna like walk through this door, like into this area he hasn't been before.
Helia walking away from Gray with the energy of, I have to go see what my absolute idiot friend wants. BRB.
All right. How the hell did he know about that? So, as you get in, Aster kind of, you see him looking towards and kind of poking a harp. Me, Arthur, and Razz are probably gonna go on a field trip for a minute.
You're currently getting the most. Keep in mind, Helia doesn't know this expression. She just instinctively sort of does it. It's like disappointed mom face. Arms crossed and everything.
He stares back. Yeah?
I'm mad at you. Isn't that obvious?
Why?
Because you have a reckless disregard for everyone's safety, including your own, and common sense, and I'm mad at you.
Damn, tell me how you feel then. Sorry. I'm doing Gray again. Sorry, I'm just making a joke.
Aster.
Oh. Yes. Oh shit, you're coming in clear.
Yeah. Aster, you and you alone, out of the corner of your eye, spot a black and white cloak suddenly move.
Which corner? Exactly?
Off to your left.
Towards the stairs by chance?
Yeah.
He's gonna look at it and start making his way there, but he's not gonna stop talking to Helia. Look, we're going to the dollhouse. It's a no Keyblade world. I just... You know Lance's boyfriend?
Killian, yeah, I'm aware of him.
Apparently, Killian and his sister kind of got into some trouble. Me, Arthur...
Whoa, back up. That's in character, by the way.
Keyblade summoned. One more time?
I need you to back up. I can't have her knowing I'm here.
Hey, Helia, stay right here for a second. I don't know who the hell you talking to. I was raised by a single father and a mama that didn't give no fuck. And he goes upstairs.
I would like
You-
to state for the record that as that happens, Helia, in a very mocking tone, clearly annoyed, goes, Helia, stay here. Helia, don't get involved. Helia, get left out of the loop again.
And Helia, you only hear this as Valkyr's voice comes through loud and clear from your shadow. Literally leaning against the door behind you. You're not getting left out. He's chasing one of my shadow clones.
Deflates a little bit. Hi, Valley.
Hi, Helia. I know you want me to be here. I can't.
I know.
Could you repeat that?
Just really quietly. I know.
Oh, this is terrible.
Cursed? Are you being cursed again?
Very much so. I've been going through context clues, baby.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, I know? Is what you're saying?
I know, yeah. Just sad and all deflated.
Don't start pouting. Call your friend back.
No, he can wander off. I'm mad at him.
Why?
Were you eavesdropping
you
or
mad?
no? Could you hear me or do I need to repeat myself?
oh, they gone.
My love?
I'm being cursed. Give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
My love?
It's much better now, but I can still hear the robot. Let's get going.
Okay.
What did you say?
Helia said, no, he can wander around like an idiot for a minute. I'm mad at him.
Why are you mad?
Because he got 2 people hurt. Well, himself and one other person because he was an idiot and wouldn't listen to anyone else.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Azarath said he tried his damnedest to get to Lex, and you motherfuckers stop him.
Is that who Bitchy McBitchface was?
There's a shrug.
I don't know, he seemed to know Sue, so...
Well, yeah. We all know one person from your group. That's how it works.
How what works?
That's how we keep an eye on you. Well, I do, at least. And your shadow moves to be in front of you, seemingly of its own volition. And Valkyr's familiar eyes are staring back at you. Kind of with a sense of amusement.
Pout.
You're getting worked up again.
Yeah? I wonder why.
Oh gee, I don't know. Maybe, perhaps, it's because you won't talk to them. Genuinely, not just berate them. And it's not visible in the shadow, but the way that the corners of his eyes creak upwards, You can tell he's grinning at you.
Brief meh at him, clearly also slightly joking.
I'm serious, Hells. You gotta talk to him
About what?
about what's ailing you, what's making you feel bad. Trust them because you can't trust me right now.
Don't wanna not trust you.
Well, I can't stop that. You're your own person. I'm just saying it's a bad idea to trust someone who's on the opposite side, or whatever side this is.
Big puffed out annoyed cheeks at the mention of sides again. Because I will remind you, she still doesn't understand what any of that means.
I can explain this better if you call your friend back. He is currently chasing my shadow clone around as if I'm really there.
Well, yeah, that's because he's dumb.
You just hear a crash upstairs.
Sigh, and then, sort of leans to the side this way and goes, Aster, you can stop chasing the shadow around now.
Helia, do you look towards the stairs?
Yeah.
Aster stopped chasing them a while ago. I texted it to Ren, but his head is just on the top step looking down at you.
Are we lying to Helia? Is that what we're doing recreationally?
No, it's Ren didn't see the DM in time.
Okay.
Aster, you are looking down across from the top.
His eyes are ceiling level right now.
I think we might have lost Ren a little bit.
And
No.
Wait,
No. My dad was telling me cake was done.
Oh, cake?
Oh, cool.
Cake?
But no. Aster, you look
Yes.
down from the top ceiling of the top floor, and you see Valkyr.
direct eye contact. Sup, pretty boy?
Huh? You see you've only seen Valkyr once. And it was in a fleeting moment, so you didn't catch much details. One of the most notable things is that his tiefling horns and tail are almost a sunrise gradient. So it's hard to think of people not noticing. But then again, you're the one that was just chasing a shadow around.
I said, sup, pretty boy.
And he looks up directly at you this time. Oh, so that's what they meant. Aloud for both of you to hear.
Who
What
meant?
does that mean?
I got intel from one of the other generals that basically said that one of your ensemble can see through all perception-based abilities of a Keyblade. Looks like it was you.
Neat.
Yeah. Helia can't see me. She thinks I'm in her shadow.
Helia,
Yeah?
directly behind you and to the right. Go ahead and reach out.
Why?
Because he's actually standing behind you. Perception
Oi.
bullshittery.
I said she doesn't know I'm here literally means her entire body does not register that I'm.
Okay, hold on. And he's like, you see his head disappear, and then just the fast footsteps of. And I gotta test something. Is it just sight, or is it just your bullshit?
He just stares at you.
Stares back.
Well, if you think you can touch me, then touch me.
Okay. He's gonna reach for the shoulders.
You can put a hand on your shoulder. Helia,
Puts a
you
hand-
see him put like actual physical weight on the air.
He puts a hand on the shoulder, puts a hand on the other shoulder, crosses his arms, spins him around.
He doesn't move.
Damn it. Look. You are a hypocrite.
I watched you two bicker.
Of course I bicker, I care.
And you don't know how to talk to an artificer who hasn't built a single thing since the moment she saw you guys.
Then why don't you talk to your best friend who she's cried over?
I've told her how to handle that, and she's not doing it, so I can't do anything. Helia?
Because she's hurt. You leave her out of this now. She's hurt. You hurt her.
I hurt
It's not your... Yes. You did. You're her friend. Her best friend. You know her better than any one of us. And you told her how to get over it? I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb.
I told her to talk. You know, therapy. Because things aren't going to ever be the same again, and asking for them to be is hurting all of us. That's what I asked. I didn't ask her to get over it, if you understood anything I said.
I haven't seen you. This is physically our first meeting. And he's gonna lean over and look at Helia. And now we're gonna get to both of you. Look. I do shit, and like he leans past even though Helia can't see Valkyr, he leans past Valkyr, like kind of to the side, and goes, I'm gonna do some dumb shit. You are not my mother. I am doing this shit to save her. I have to take risks. She's trapped. I care about her. And you are pretending like everything will never be the same. Your friendship is defining proof that there was never a same. There was reliability, but not the same thing, for fuck's sake. No friendship is just the same thing every day. It is about excitement, change, growth as a pair.
Yeah, and then I realized I was in love with her. Which he does turn to face Helia at this point, dropping the ability. And he's there. He's been there, and you know that now. Helia, I've been in love with you since the moment I met you, but I don't think either of us are ready for that.
Sad, deflated, wet cat look.
Helia sees hands rising up behind Valkyr of like the okay, out of my range now. From Aster behind him.
Look, I'm sorry. I really am. I know I should have come back. I know I should have said something. I know I should have, but should-haves don't change what happened. I'm trying to save both of us. And I know that doesn't make sense, and I know you don't understand. None of you do. But right now, I need you to trust me. Genuinely. Not just trust me to see me again. Okay?
It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust the people you're with, Valkyr.
Neither do I! But they're honorable, and they don't sacrifice their honor for shit.
I
Except
want
for Azarath.
to believe you, but everything they've done, everything I've seen from what you call your side, doesn't let me believe that.
Alright. Then here's one way you can prevent yourself from dying to a dragon. Tell him his own name. And Helia, he leans in closer to your right side and whispers a name to you, which I will send to you after session.
Her secret now.
And then he leans away, pats you on the cheek in that manner that, after knowing that he fell in love with you since the day he met you, seems a little different now.
Why?
I have to get going.
You said you were going to explain about your side, though.
Yeah, that was until I actively said a name I wasn't supposed to say. I have to run away from a dragon that's pissed off at me. And make sure he does not supersede everything he said to you. Well, to his charge.
Go to space. Find a dragon called Who. They should help.
There is no dragon called Who.
Yeah, there is. Just not to you.
Alright. Well, that's fine. I don't care for dragons. I'm not a dragon type of guy.
Pussy.
I'm kind of currently in the midst of trying to find somebody else, actually, for Percy. But, you know. They're kind of hard to find. So I might be off the grid again for a while, but don't worry. I'll try and send as many updates as possible. Okay?
Do you? Hold on. Do you have a fucking direct line to her shadow, or is this like a thing where you just appear? Does it take you
I have a
time?
direct line to anybody I know the name of.
There's a smack on the back of his head. Leave a fucking letter.
There's a pause. And then he just raises a brow.
Common sense. Common sense between people. That's all it takes. Common sense. Common, absolute, unfiltered sense. Cowboy man, come here.
Aster, you don't have any common sense either, you hypocrite.
I very much do not. And hey, look at me real quick. Eye contact?
No, denied.
Fine. Don't look at me. If this is the last time we see each other, I'm gonna rub it in your face in spectral form. I'm making a joke. Don't actually, if I actually die, don't be sad and think these are my last words. I care about you. You're my friend. But I'm going to Dollhouse with Razz and Arthur. Ask one of the
Why?
others. Ask one of the others. I'm here just to tell you that things are happening so you're not left out of the loop.
No, denied. You don't get to make another no common sense decision.
We just went over this. I'm going to make a... It's not no common sense.
denied.
It's common sense.
Denied.
We're going to a world where Keyblades are forbidden. Not really, but sort of, without setting off alarms. We will be safe.
Denied.
You're denied.
No, fuck
Aster?
you.
As you turned around towards Helia, you realize that, at least in your perception, as he said it, in your perception, he is no longer there.
Waz softly.
As you were bickering, you heard a chuckle, and same as ever, and he disappeared. Aster, you heard that same line of dialogue, but instead of seeing him pop out of existence, he opened a dark corridor and walked through it.
Big ol' eyes, but he's not going to share that. Look, you hush. Just, I got this. I'm gonna do me, you do you. We trust each other.
No, denied right now, because you're being stupid and you have not proven that you can be not stupid right now.
I got Lex off that shitty mission by showing that he's actually injured. My wounds are fine. I took the lesser of the beating. Well, I actually got my ass handed to me. But I got proper treatment, and I'm not going fully injured. I'm
A
going
fight that
with
didn't need to happen in the first place.
you. Know Lex wouldn't have listened. He would have just told us what we wanted to hear. He would have been coerced right back into it.
You know you can talk to Lex and he listens, right?
I know, but if someone else talks to him afterwards, they can remake him go to that mission. I didn't want that to happen. Look, the line of sense made sense to me, and no one actually stopped me, so I did it.
We
I
tried
realized there
to.
were
You
better.
didn't listen.
How are you bickering with me more than Hydra?
It's a talent. Fuck you.
Fuck you too. You're talking with a cowboy who made a sex joke out of a keyblade. Guilty. Sit. You hush.
You're not going to Dollhouse alone with just 3 of you. No, denied.
Follow this line of logic, okay? You listening? I'm bringing the 2 people that have the best chance, if we have to nope the fuck out of there, escape through the dark world. Arthur's a beacon of light. Razz has a better resistance. We can nope into the dark world, and Apollo... By the way, my shadow that talks to me, his name Apollo, long story. Apollo can just yeet us out at a different location.
Like
will-
the old King Apollo? What the fuck, Aster?
Wait, he's an old kid? That feels like something somebody tried to say to me before.
And I'm going to bet you weren't listening again.
I was catlawed by our friend.
You should have stayed, Catlord, dumbass.
Yeah. But you can't argue that it's an actually good idea to take the people that can survive
Aster.
a yeeting into Dark the Realm and then back out.
Aster,
Yes.
as you're talking about Apollo, you realize your shadow is doubled for a second. As you talking about Apollo has basically made him go, what the fuck is happening?
Helia watches Aster, direct eye contact, and then suddenly, to his own shadow. You hush! You don't say nothing. You don't contribute into this. You contributed before.
No, he's allowed to contribute because you're being a dumbass.
Okay.
Overruled.
Okay, fine. I will overrule it. Apollo.
You feel the like slow stone like turn of like, what?
Get out here.
No.
Then face towards her at the very least. I know you can shadow puppet your shit.
Look, you see his gaze from your shadow look upward in the direction of Gray.
Gray tips his hat.
And then get the immediate, very clear, very vivid, shut the fuck up, Grayson.
Another hat tip. Nice to see you, Majesty.
No, shut the fuck up.
Been a while, hadn't it?
I need you to not. I need you really to not. These kids don't know yet. These kids don't know yet.
Oh, these kids will find out when they're ready. V and Simon are gonna hear about this, though. You be ready for that one, though.
Well, I got you going. And you see the eyes close.
Hey, you motherfucker! No, you cowboy motherfucker. You had to leave. If I didn't know for a fact you could one-tap me, I would punch the shit out of you. Try me. No. Anyways, see, he left anyways. So, either way, I jump, I grab Arthur, I grab Razz, we escape into the shadow world, if we need to get the fuck out of there.
The eyes open again. The fuck you are.
You shut the fuck up. Hold on.
You shut the fuck up.
I have logic to this. I have logic to this. I have logic to this.
You
You're
have
like
poorly
12.
thought out.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up. Listen.
No, denied.
Arthur is
Sorry,
a
they said
beacon of pure light.
That's nice. Your plan is bad and it sucks.
Well, I'm still going. We're either going as a party or we're splitting up because if we leave Alexios alone, he's gonna leave.
No, he's in the medical bay, the one spot he doesn't actually really leave, especially if Arthur tells him not to. Do you forget we have Arthur? We can say, Arthur, tell Lex to do this common sense thing, and most of the time it works.
Most of the time. Look, if we all go together, then we could all be in trouble. I'm trying to shorten the odds of trouble happening. If it gets
That's
fucking
not how
dicey in
that
there,
works.
it is. If it gets dicey in there, I rely and trust Arthur and Razz. Helia, you don't trust me as far as you can throw me.
Well, you're not wrong, but it's because you keep doing shit like this.
Yes, and if I'd happen to do something like that with Arthur and Razz around, they'll sass me, but they'll still have my back. I don't know if you'll do the same.
Not just
Lance
going to
is too
leave you to die.
Lance is too emotional because about the person involved with it. Tsubasa is dealing with things I'm not sure, and I have things with Tsubasa that emotionally are not probably the best for high tense situations. Could be a double-edged sword of throwing people off their game. So I picked Razz and Arthur because I trust them. I know them. I can that if shit gets dicey, it'll be all right. Arthur has
Kids.
pulled me out of. Yep.
You finally, in the middle of this bickering back and forth, you see from your shadow that turns to be in front of you past the doorway,
Uh-oh.
almost connecting with Helia's shadow.
Oh.
You see rising from a very, almost like a bridge. You see very specifically. I mean, I'm actually going to bring the token out that I showed you.
Are you ready, Mr. Krabs? Let's see what curse shit.
You just see a massive knight-like figure. Black armor, black, almost hip coat or dissected cloak to wrap around the waist, and a hood. And you can't see any features other than the fact that there is a huge fuck off spear on top of his, behind him. Kids, if you don't start working together, you're going to lose again.
Lose what?
How many times?
There's a sigh. I'm actually getting the token now, so you have frame of reference for how big this motherfucker is.
Big boy. Big boy.
More than likely a 2x2.
Wrong. Remember how I described him the first time?
Yeah.
I have to put him on the GM layer and fix it from there.
All right.
Big boy.
Big boy.
This massive black-coated knight with a spear behind him. You hear the most unremarkable voice for someone who has been called the Old King. Just, guys, you gotta work together. And then he explains you might lose, and you ask how many times, and he goes silent.
Lose what?
Remember that flashback we all had? Collective one?
You mean the weird dream? Yes. Aster, how could I forget it?
Was everything that has happened, it's not, wasn't a dream. What was it?
I mean, it happened when we were sleeping, ergo it was a dream. Doesn't mean it wasn't real or whatever you guys seem to think it is, but logistically speaking, it was a dream.
It wasn't. Sorry to say, but that was the last time I had a physical body.
What the fuck?
I gave up everything for you kids, and I would do it again in a heartbeat if I had one else. I need you guys to shape the fuck up, or otherwise I'm going to feed you to the hounds and we'll start again from the beginning.
Start what again? What is going on?
Fucking time loop, kid! You're stuck. Nothing new has happened. Grayson, don't you dare say anything.
Hands up.
Uwu?
No, Gray. I said Gray holds his hands up.
Oh, it's cutting out so severely for me now. Oh no.
Yikes.
But he sighs, like kind of pats over where his physical heart would be, and then taps where you know from your like health studies where the heart rests, the soul of a person. I gave up everything just to protect you kids one last time. If I have to stretch that one last time into a second, I can. And I will. But as for your explanation, no, it wasn't a dream. That really happened. You guys lost. Did you ever actually ask what's the crazy kid? Alexios, right. Did you ask him what he dreamt of?
I don't think any of us have really talked about it since that day, so I don't know.
You really should check up on him more. He's even though you can't see this knight's expression from the hood, you swear you feel his expression soften, almost into sadness as he speaks. He's not well. That's why I have Simon looking after him. Or at least that's what I say. I can't control Simon. I can't control Grayson either, but He listens somewhat. He's a good man, just an idiot. Did it cut out again?
Nope.
Okay.
I really don't know how to answer anything without, repeating the same conversations. Sorry. Which
I
even
mean-
this me stating that it's going to be a repeated conversation is a repeated conversation and it's driving me insane, so I'm gonna get going.
I mean, I asked what we lose, and you told me to check up on Max, but that doesn't answer anything. Do I ask bad questions?
You lost the final fight against the World Enders. I can't tell you their names because they've basically given up theirs by now. But you'll know when you see them. They're... And you swear he grins. They're just unremarkable. And he disappears.
Helia,
What?
did you get fucking anything from that?
In what manner? What did you not follow?
What the fuck do you mean we gotta look for someone who's, or be wary of someone who's unremarkable? And like he strangles at his shadow.
I think he was insulting them.
Insult them on your own time. Tell us who the fuck they look like. Helia, you finally watch the little fucking mask of Aster just break, and he crouches down, just so fucking tired. Fucking.
Aster,
Sometimes I wish I fucking didn't fix my mistaken identity crisis. Yes?
do you or do you not want to roll a history check?
I would love to roll a history check.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
As you're angry and frustrated and annoyed and all these other things that you don't like feeling in this current moment trying to get things done, you just say, unremarkable what? Why are they unremarkable? Give a description, you bitch! And you say unremarkable one more time and something clicks in your head. Unremarkable. Someone who has no defining features. Someone who can be both copied easily and forgotten. And you, for a while, did. There was a woman at the party you could not copy.
Hidaka. The Hidaka party woman. Helia?
Yeah?
I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. I'm okay. Could you please call our friends here, and if you want to bring them along to join me, Razz and Arthur to Dollhouse, you guys can come. I don't give a fuck anymore. At this point, I'm trying to conserve some bit of safety by not having all of us there to get fucking wiped out from existence. If this is a no Keyblade world where we'll get in trouble for defending ourselves, I'm not being told I'm not allowed to bring a weapon. We saw someone get stabbed by a weapon that wasn't a Keyblade, and I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with my own shadow and people around me. I preferred my anxiety-ridden lie that I was Caesar Harold at this point, and I'm... No, that's the wrong thing to say. I just need to go outside, scream a bit, have a small breakdown. Can you please call the others? And
No, when you're done, we're going to walk back to wherever you guys came from because I don't want to move Lex.
Okay.
And then you have more time to cool down. And walking will help you burn off whatever the hell that is.
All right. Gonna stop fighting. Not gonna argue. Bean starts walking out, points at Gray. Is it possible to reforge a Keyblade? Please give me this one up.
Gray knows the answer to that.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Why? The fucking sex joke Keyblade. I would like to reforge it, but keep its form change. Should I talk to you or your sister? Sister. Thank you very kindly. He's gonna walk outside. And he fully walks outside. Walks as close to this table. Can I do an investigation real quick to check and see if this table like has any significant value to this house? Like if this is crafted by one of the old kings, or is this just like the fucking furniture they bought?
Go ahead.
10.
They're rich. They won't miss it.
Keyblade summon, and he starts just fucking screaming and breaking things. He is screaming in every language he knows and every cuss word he knows in all the different languages. The mask is broken. He's gonna need some time to super glue it back together. Helia,
Yeah.
as you can hear the screaming outside from Aster, you just see the eyebrows raised from the cowboy on the the cowboy over there on the couch or the bed, just like, whoa, okay, that happens. I didn't know he knew that tongue. Are y'all doing all right?
No, next question.
Does that heartless imp have a toboggan?
Maybe.
Cool. Y'all fight like this often?
No, this is the first time this has happened, but I think both of us were like at the end of our ropes, so you know.
You're at the end of your rope. He's off the rope.
He let go of the rope, yes.
I think he's burning that motherfucker right now.
He's not allowed to.
Gray gets a text on his personal phone.
I'm sorry. Arthur invites Aster in to hurt his hurt Lex and breaks his furniture. I bring you into my house, you break my furniture, hurt my boyfriend. What the fuck?
Arthur voice, Mikasa is no longer your casa.
God damn it. That's horrible. Don't you dare say it. Okay. Yeah, no. I almost said Clyde. Gray answers his phone. Book?
He looks at the text and Gray sees Simon's number first.
Uh-oh. Wait, first?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Simon says we need to talk.
You don't text me first unless it's something bad. Text back. All right.
And then as soon as he stands up, there's another text from Simon that just insists it's not bad. Just get over here.
Helia, you watch and hear Grayson go, "Where the fuck are you, you little weird bastard?"
I feel like Simon is just going, "Wouldn't you like to know, other boy?"
In a joking manner, Helia, you hear from behind you, "You don't even fucking see me." But no, yeah. Gray's just gonna I can't move Gray. That's not my token anymore. Got it.
No, I'm
Doesn't
giving you
belong to you.
control. I'm giving control to you. Give me a second.
Yes, Simon's Keyblade turns him into John Cena.
Do 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 do.
Can't
Anyways,
see me.
Go ahead.
So, Greg kind of just walks. How long you think your friend's gonna be?
I don't know.
Y'all really, like, seriously, therapy, it's not that much. It comes paid for if you go to the academy. You can get therapy.
Yeah.
Don't, me, get it.
I said yeah, not mad, dumbass.
Well, I can't hear you. They're screaming outside. Seriously, how
Skill
long is
issue?
y'all gonna- You don't skill. Yeah, I'm seeing why. God, y'all are like worse than Viv. And he looks around like he just said the devil's name 3 times. Oh.
I mean, if you want to summon Miss Vivian again, you're welcome to.
You shush. Don't you call upon her. She's worse than Beetlejuice.
Vivian. Fuck you.
Now, DM, you have the funniest opportunity to do something.
Oh no, you don't understand. Gray
Right
gets another text message on his personal phone.
Oh no. Not to me. What? I didn't say it.
It just says, "Why am I here first and you're not?" From Viv.
Helia, you get an actual glare from the scariest man you could probably imagine. And you just see him go, "You fucking damned me to hell." Those 3 words, "damned me to hell." Come
You'll
on.
be fine.
Come on. And he like walks over and just this point you are now luggage and he's going to try to pick you up and carry you away.
Helia, 5'2", who weighs almost nothing. Yeah.
Okay, you're being dragged. Got it. He's gonna stop and go, "Do we need to grab that thing or is it gonna follow us?" Why do you not know it's your friends?
Yeah, doesn't mean I understand how it works.
You get the most offended look towards you, Helia, from Zippy of just like, it?
Sorry, little guy.
Gray also sees from this perspective familiar stitching from a certain 18-year-old knight.
Huh. What in the fuck? Got it. Okay, let's go. He's getting closer. Knew you were fucking here. I knew it. You fucking asshole. And gets a move on. And he's gonna kind of like drag Helia out to the door. And Aster is currently standing in what is more or less just a pile of dark Faragas and a keyblade with just wood shards in it, still fucking catching his breath. That didn't help. I'm still upset.
Yeah, but you're tired now, so that's different.
No, I'm not. I could still do this.
Do you like your bones, Aster?
Not really.
Too bad, you're stuck with them. Don't break them.
There is, in fact, a pause. considering. Fine.
Oh my
Oh.
god, my ping.
Did you go to EBDB, my love?
I hit 5,000 ping.
Ah,
Oh no!
the EBest of DBs. So much DB, you got Dead by Daylight players in your fucking.
That has happened 7 times in a row.
Oh no, my love!
It sucks, doesn't it?
It's not great, no. And it happened again. Oh my god.
It'll keep happening. It's gonna bounce here in a minute. I'm gonna be crystal clear, and then you're just gonna be gone.
Well, yeah, I expect that, but I'd rather not hear the Mr. Roboto, can you help me, from everybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
Which, by the way, we are at 9. I know I said things were going to happen, but then technical difficulties. So do you want to pause here and get back to what we're doing next week?
Hi.
How's everybody feel about this? Physical input?
I mean, is there much of a choice at the moment?
I can't hear fucking anything.
It is hard to play a game without the DM.
It is very difficult. I will, unless you are Ren, it's very hard. Because I have been, not been present for my own games a couple times, and Ren has saved it. So yeah, I think we should go ahead and call.
Alright.
Alrighty.
So stop recording.
Yeah.